everyone. It's been a little while since I showed you how to make bread. So today we're going to look at how to make a different treat. So as we're here in this time when we're stuck in the house, we have some foods that are going to start to go bad. What do you think of these bananas, Christian? What do you think of them?
It's going yucky.
They're going yucky. All right, so we really don't want to throw food away. And believe it or not, bananas, the darker they are, the sweeter they are. So because of that, we could use these bananas that some people in my family don't want to eat to make banana muffins. And that way, we're not throwing them away. Also, another thing that I wanted to mention to you, did you know that if you put bananas in the refrigerator, they're going to turn black? If you put them in the freezer, they'll turn black. But if you have bananas that are starting to go bad and you don't have time to make banana muffins, you can put them in the freezer to use later. So we'll talk more about that in a few minutes. Now, I have my 3 grandchildren. This is Christian, and they're going to take turns helping me make the muffins. What I'm going to use is this cookbook. This is a very old cookbook that my mom had used when I was a kid. So there's a recipe in here for some sweeter muffins. And there's a recipe in here for some blueberry muffins that go together. So instead of blueberries, we're going to use a cup of bananas. So we're going to get started. But before we get started, what do we have to do, Christian?
Wash our hands.
Wash our hands. Don't forget all the safety and sanitation things that we talked about. All right, are we ready? Here we go. All right, so Christian and I are back. We both, what do we do?
Wash our hands.
We washed our hands and we made sure we're all clean and our hair is up. So now, here are some things you're going to need. You're going to need flour and sugar. You're going to need 1 egg, some milk. You're going to need some baking powder. You're going to need shortening. Now, shortening comes 2 different ways. It comes in a container that you have to scoop it out to measure it, and then it comes in these little bars where you can cut it off like we would margarine. Some of the tools you're going to need are a cupcake muffin pan. What is this? Is that a bowl?
Yes.
And something to mix it with. You're going to need a rubber spatula. Now, this is a tool that some people will use to measure the shortening. You just put it to the amount you need. You push it in, spoon it in, level it off, and pop it into your recipe. We're also going to need a sifter, some dry measuring cups, some measuring spoons, a liquid measuring cup, a straight edge spatula, or what is this?
Knife.
A butter knife to level off the ingredients. You're also going to need cupcake papers of some sort. Alright, so Christian's going to help me out with 2 things. First thing he's going to help me out with is getting the banana. Do you remember back I told you that if you put the banana in the freezer, it's going to turn black. So this is what happens once it's in the freezer. But what's neat is once you put it in the freezer, squeeze it up here. You can just squeeze it right out of the peel. Is that yucky?
Yeah.
Yucky? Can you say yucky?
Yucky.
Hi guys, we're back again, and this time I have Caleb here with me. Caleb's going to help me get things together. And did you already wash your hands?
Yeah.
Yeah, so next, could you put the muffin cups into the muffin pan? And then we have all the ingredients all measured out. All right, so we have 1½ cups of flour. We have a ½ cup of sugar. We have 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Be very careful. It's got to be baking powder, not baking soda. They are very different. We have a ½ teaspoon of salt. Then I'm using the shortening from that stick, so I cut off a 1/4 cup. And we're going to need 1 egg and a ½ cup of milk. Don't forget when you're measuring your milk, don't forget the procedure for measuring liquid ingredients. Get down eye level, make sure it's at a ½ cup. Alright, the other thing you want to make sure and do is you want to make sure and preheat your oven to 400 degrees, which we have already done. So we're ready to start. Alright, so Caleb, I'm going to hold this Do you remember what this is called? What's it called? Sifter? Yeah, okay, so you take this and pour it inside the sifter. There's a cup of flour. Put the measuring cup down. Then we're going to put another half a cup of flour in there. There you go, pour it all in. And we're going to put a half a cup of sugar in there. And do you hear your little brother making noise?
Yeah.
Okay, and we're going to put 2 teaspoons of baking powder in there. We're going to tap it, make sure we get it all. There you go. Okay, put it down. And a half a teaspoon of salt. All right, now to sift it, we turn the crank. Would you like to hold it or turn the crank? Okay, go ahead, turn that crank. And we crank it all in there. So we're going to put the shortening in. So you got to take the wrapper off and drop it in. There you go.
So you don't have to wash my hands again?
Yep, that's so we can clean it up easier. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to cut the shortening into the flour. Now, I have this really cool whisk here that kind of looks just straight. You don't have a, can't think, guys, a whisk like this or a pastry blender. You can use 2 knives. And you just kind of take it and cut them together like this. Also, earlier we had used the sifter. If you don't have a sifter, sometimes a colander will work for that. Okay, go ahead and mix it for me. Alright, now, we're going to take half a cup of milk. Hold on, don't do anything with it. And we're going to take our 1 egg. And I'm going to ask Caleb to crack the egg into the bowl. Tap it on the counter. A little bit harder. There you go. Up into the bowl. There's no eggshell in there at all. So you can pour it into the measuring cup with the milk. Pour the egg in there. There you go. Okay. Now, fun. It's fun? Do you like to do this?
Yeah.
Good. I like cooking with you too. You're fun to cook with. Alright, so now you're going to take this and mix it up inside the cup. So we're going to pour the bananas in there. And now you can mix those up. Now, we're using 3/4 cup of bananas. If we were using blueberries, we would use a cup if they were fresh. But bananas pack a little bit more in the cup, and they're a little more liquidy than bananas. We're going to pour the milk and the bananas in here. That's it. Pour it right in there. And now we're going to start to mix this up. So just start mixing it. Alright, so this time I'm here with Catherine. Catherine is Caleb and Christian's older sister. And we are now mixing up our banana muffins. Don't forget to get around the edges. And you can always use a rubber spatula to scrape the sides. You want to scrape the sides? Hold on. Let's get all the yummy batter off here because we don't want to waste any, right? Go ahead and scrape the sides and get it all mixed up. Now, of course, Catherine has already washed her hands. And she's got her hair up and she's all ready to go. When we're all done scraping the sides, Catherine's going to help me put them into the muffin cups. You're done? So don't give it a quick mix. There you go. Everything mixed up? Now, when you make muffins, the best thing to do is only mix it until it's no longer dry. Because the more you mix the muffins, the more they won't come out as good. Now, best way to put them in the muffin pans is how, Catherine? Should you just fill them all up, or do you put a little bit in each one? A little bit in each one, and then we go back, right?
Because they rise.
Because they rise, and this way we have it divided equally, right? Okay, so this muffin recipe will make about 12 muffins. Your batter will be lumpy. That's okay. You want your batter lumpy because that'll give you the best muffins. Now, once you make muffins, you can take them and you can put them in the freezer and have them for when you need a quick breakfast, especially when we finally get back to school. You could have these in the morning. What do you think, Catherine? Would you like to freeze these and pull one out in the morning and eat it as you go?
What do you got to do? Throw it away?
That would be good? Yeah? What do you think we should drink with
All
it?
the crayons away? Well, my Coke is
Oh,
not
maybe
a
we
pocket.
can drink Coke milk. Like we put
Yes, it is
Chocolate milk, you mean?
Yeah.
Chocolate milk? Now Catherine and I are going to put them in the oven, and Catherine has her oven mitts on. I'm going to hold them while you get down. And we're going to carefully open the oven door. Okay, now it's time to pull them out of the oven. So we're going to open the oven. Wait, we got to pull the oven rack out. That's good. Now we'll get the hot pan and we'll put it up here. And we made another pan, and we'll talk about what they are. Okay, so here we are. We finished our muffins. We made our banana muffins, and then I decided to make a substitution because sometimes substitutions are good. So I made a cranberry pecan chocolate chip muffin. And now we're each going to get a choice of which muffin we want to try. Do you want to try the banana or the craisin?
Craisin.
What do you want to try?
Craisin, please.
Okay.
Craisin. Or this one.
Alright, here we go. Alright, so I'm going to try this one too. Pop it out and eat it.
Pop it out.
Yeah, you just pop it out.
Like this?
Yeah, and eat it up. Need some help here, Shishin?
Yeah. At first I was having trouble.
Okay, now take a bite. What do you think? How does it taste?
I'm still tasting it. Tastes like chocolate chips.
So what other things do you think we try to make muffins with?
Or maybe we can make maybe we can ask Pappy and cut some of those pretzels up and put them in.